So I want to ask you something and be honest with yourself. In the last month, how much did you earn from the content, your content that you put on any social media platform? If the answer is nothing or close to nothing, it's not because you are doing something wrong.
It's designed that way. I'm David Sime. I spent 40 years in financial services. I've written 3 books on cryptocurrency. And about 2 years ago, I got frustrated with those platforms, with what these platforms, social media platforms, were doing to creators.
So I decided to build something different. This is ContentLynk. And in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how it works, what you can earn and why, and whether you're a creator or an investor, this is worth your full attention. So let's just call it what it is. Traditional social media is an extraction machine. You create the content, you build the audience, you drive the engagement, and then the platform takes roughly 95% of the money that content generates and gives you
almost nothing back. Instagram, zero direct
revenue sharing, zero. TikTok, you need 10,000 followers before they'll even look at you. And when they do, you get about 2% of what your content earns. Facebook, invite only monetization, averaging around 5%.
And here's the stat that should make every creator genuinely upset.
95% of creators on traditional platforms never earn a single dollar. Not because their content isn't good, because the system is designed that way. 500 interactions on Instagram, that's a genuinely engaged post, earns you somewhere between $0 and $2. That's not a bug, that's the business model. Quick word on who's behind this. Because in the crypto space, I know the first question is always, is this real? Is there actually a person here? Yes, I'm David Sime, Chartered Financial Planner,
based in Croatia. I'm fully doxxed. My name, my face, my track record are all on the same.
And that's a deliberate choice. Because if I'm asking creators and investors to trust the platform, the least I can do is shell up. Havana Elephant Global is the entity. ContentLynk is our flagship platform. Built on Coinbase's base blockchain, currently building to 1,000 beta members. This isn't a white paper project. It's a working platform for real users. So ContentLynk flips the model completely. Instead of keeping 95% of platform revenue, we give 55 to 75% directed to the creators. This is not a promotional lay. That's the permanent structure of the platform. No follower minimums, none. You post your first piece of content on ContentLynk and it's eligible to earn from day one. We're not asking you to build an audience before we acknowledge your work has value. The earnings are quality based. Our algorithm weighs meaningful engagement. Comments count 5 times more than a like, and a share counts 20 times more. We're rewarding content that actually connects with people, not content against the system. Payments are blockchain verified. Every single transaction is on-chain in our Havana utility token. Payments are in Havana tokens and USDC or USDT. There are no opaque algorithms deciding what you earn behind the scenes. You can verify it yourself. And if you're a founding member, one of the first 1,000 people on the platform, you lock in 75% revenue share for life. That never changes regardless of what the standard rate is for future members. The platform is socialist intent and capitalist in structure. Everyone earns, but the best content earns the most. Let's make this concrete, because I know what you're thinking. Sounds great. What does it actually mean in real money? Let's look at the table behind me on the screen. 4 levels, 4 very different stores. 500 interactions, a real post with genuine engagement, not a viral hit, just a solid piece of content. On Instagram or TikTok, that earns you $0 to $2. On ContentLynk, at the standard 55% tier, that's $3.50 to $5.25. At Genesis tier, that's $5.25 to nearly $8. Small numbers, but if you're actually getting paid. 2,000 interactions, a post building real momentum, traditional platforms $0 to $5, if you even qualify. ContentLynk, $14 to $31 from a single post. 10,000 interactions, something that's genuinely connecting. Traditional platforms, maybe $0 to $15. ContentLynk, $70 to $157. And if something goes viral, like 130,000 interactions, traditional platforms might give you $50 to $200 if you're lucky enough to have qualified. ContentLynk at the Genesis tier, $1,300 to over $2,000 just from one post. Now multiply that across consistent content in months. That's the difference between ContentLynk being a hobby and ContentLynk being an income. Now, as you're watching this as an investor rather than creator or both, as you can increasingly get some person, let me give you the headline numbers. The Havana token is our utility token built on Base, Coinbase's layer 2 blockchain. The total supply is 1 billion tokens with community-governed expansion up to 5 billion. We're currently in pre-sale. Genesis founders are accessing tokens at $0.0015. Our projected launch price is between 5 and 10 cents per token. There is a 33 to 66 times return for the earliest believers. I want to be clear, these are realistic projections for a platform with demonstrated traction, not wishful thinking. The total funding target is $4.9 million, structured across 7 pre-sale phases over 12 to 18 months. We're not trying to raise 50 million on a promise. We're building methodically with the funding that makes sense at this stage. There's also a burn mechanism. As the platform grows, tokens are systematically removed from circulation, creating deflationary pressure that benefits long-term holders. The white paper is available at havanaelephant.com/white paper. All the numbers are there. All the math is verifiable. A founding member program closes at 1,000 members. This is a deliberate cap, not a marketing trick. Once we hit 1,000, these activities and the platform goes live for those members. So what do you get as a founding member? 75% revenue share locked in for life. That's the highest tiered currently orders. An OG founder badge under profile, 6 months of platform access before public launch, direct access to me, you can message me directly, governance rights, your vote, you vote on the platform, features and creator policies, and if you hold a Havana Elephant FT, 30% off all brand products for life. What are we asked in return? As a beta member, use the platform, create content that you're going to create anyhow. And if you reach out with a quick question, why, when you can. That is genuinely it. Look, I'm not going to tell you that ContentLynk is going to make you rich overnight. What I will tell you is that the current system is provably broken, and this is a serious attempt to fix it. 55 to 75% revenue share, 0 forward minimums, blockchain, verified payments, a founding team that shows up with their name and face attached. So if you're a creator, a link to join in the beta is in the description, ContentLynk.com. Founding membership is free. If you're an investor, the white paper and pre-sale details are at HavanaElephant.com. And if you've got questions, find me on LinkedIn. I will actually reply. So thank you very much for watching.